Hey, hey, looks like we got Renee and Doc in today, and Andy, thank you so very much. That is a fantastic last name you've got there, my young friend. That's a good one. That is a good one. I like it. Greetings, Doc. Greetings, all. Thank you for coming in. Yes. So, this next song we need to talk about a little bit. This is my album song dedication. And I'm pretty sure my dad's still watching. Yeah, you should take the day off. They can fix that, and then you can go back when things are working. You got my permission. Anyway, the next song, it's called The Passageway. And this song is dedicated to my dad. And I don't think he knows this story. I don't think I've ever told anyone this. But the reason I decided to dedicate this one to my dad goes back to one of my very early childhood memories. And the very first album cover that I remember is from a Bachman Turner Overdrive album called Not Fragile. It is a great album. If you're not familiar with BTO, shortened for Bachman Turner Overdrive, check them out. They had a few hits in the late 60s, early 70s. They were a rock band. Very good stuff. The album cover had this wooden crate with a bunch of gears and stuff in it and stamped Not Fragile on the side. Great album cover. And my dad, being a machinist his entire life, that album cover, for me as a child, kind of encapsulated what he was as a person. And we had crates like that in our garage full of just, junk metal and gears and crap. And this next song sounds nothing like Bachman Turner Overdrive. Nothing at all. This is not a representation of what that music is like. But when I was writing this song, I inexorably had an image of that album cover consistently coming to mind. And I still do. When I hear this song, I think of that album cover. And that's why I dedicated this one to dear old Dad. So this one it's kind of, this is something I need to do more of in my music these days. As I've mentioned a lot of times, it's interesting how I see my changes over time. And back in these early albums, I did more of what you're going to hear, where I start with a clean tone and then go into more of the distorted rock guitars type stuff. And so let's see where this goes. This is The Passageway. That's for Dad. The Passageway. Definitely a tight turnaround on this album. I'm not used to that. But we're getting her worked out. I don't know what to say right now. That's an interesting song to play. I don't think I've played that song since I put this album out. That would have been a few years ago. It's good though. I like that. It's a bit of an adventure. The title is appropriate. And check out BTO. They're not very active these days since, they probably broke up in the mid-70s, but awesome stuff. And you're probably all staring at me exactly like the title of this next song said. We're not going to have a G sharp minor portion of this show, sadly. Wilma, great to see you. I think this may be your first time to our little corner of the internet. Thank you very much for coming in and supporting the show as you always have for so many years. That's a good one. Doc is on his game today, I see. Yes, nonetheless, let's get going here. Let's play some music. We're going to do some F sharp minor. We're going to pick it up a little bit. This piece is called The Stairs of the Uninitiated. moving on along. Yeah, it was really interesting doing these kind of these earlier albums and just seeing the way they play out, because it's so different than what I'm doing these days. But it's great progression. And it's still really weird to me just to say that I've done 64 albums. That's just the weirdest thing. So Mr. Altwatts, thank you kindly. Yeah, you are. I think what might be happening, because I know Doc quite well. I think now that Doc is back at work, he's actually got more time to think about stuff, because he's screwing around rather than doing his job, which is exactly what he should be doing, because that's the right way to do it. Fortunately, my whole job is just screwing around. I love this. Being a musician for a living is something that I am very grateful for. It's not huge money, but it is huge. So I like it. So thank you very much for the tips, one and all. Thanks for coming in and viewing the show, listening to the show. Always really appreciate that kind of thing. I actually don't have my songs numbered, so I have no idea where we're at in this show. It's another thing that I've changed. I can't even tell on that screen I have no idea where we're at here. Well, let's say we're about halfway through. No, we're doing well here. This album had, as many of my earlier albums did, I had a lot of kind of E minor stuff going on. And now where am I at? Yeah, the new system is taking some getting used to. And so when I went through and actually recorded these albums, like this one I believe was written, everything was in E minor. And it's just kind of such it's almost kind of a boring key for the guitar, which is one of the reasons I like things like G sharp minor, C sharp minor, B flat minor, because you kind of got to think a little differently when you're playing in those. The keys of E minor, A minor, and B minor, and of course their relative majors and modes, have all of the open strings available. And so we kind of tend to take advantage of that at times. So definitely some more E minor on these earlier albums and on my later stuff. But there's nothing wrong with E minor. It's just very typical rock. Basically, music that has guitars, you see a lot of those keys. E minor, A minor, they're very easy. So we're doing some easy stuff today. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but this next song is called 9 Reasons. Totally lost myself on that one. And okay, yeah, what? I really don't remember. I just kind of went over this album just a bit last night, and I don't really remember much of what goes on. So we do got some more clean tone here. We're gonna kind of go calm again on this one. This one kind of goes some more of the back and forth action. Oh yes, I'm not keeping up with my dot comments. Yes, it's true. The octopus we should talk about. You. Thank you kindly, Mr. Jordan. Very much appreciated. There's one. I was thinking of one the other day. Oh. Yeah. Because I was thinking of if Doc and Dexter's Disciples ever start streaming, which I still encourage them to do, I've got a few. Coming your way. That reminds me of one that I thought of recently. But yeah, we're gonna do a little more kind of clean tone action. Oh, that's not clean tone. It'll get there. All my changes happen automatically. I got these envelopes in here and stuff, so it just depends on where my program is pointing at any given time. And yeah. For the fact that I'm completely blank-minded today, the title of this next song is pretty appropriate. This is called The Master of Nothingness. Felton, thank you kindly. Yeah, Doc's mind has definitely been on the go lately, I can tell this. So welcome back, Doc's brain. And this is The Master of Nothingness. There we are. This one's a little tough to get my. I've got a one measure area in which where my lights come on and my microphone comes on, and I got to stop it in there. And usually I've got an area about 3 times that size in which to stop everything. So this one, yeah, it's messing with me a little bit because I don't know quite where they're coming up either. There's definitely a different type of consistency to how I compose these days, and that comes out very strongly in the sheet music off of which I'm working, because that's where everything starts for me, is with the sheet music. And that's kind of an interesting and less common thing for hard rock music, is to write everything out on sheet music. So, I got all my rhythm guitars and everything are all laid out on sheet music. Miss Jorge, welcome back to the show. Thank you so very much. You are a very generous individual, very kind, and I'm glad you are here. All right. Yeah, I think that Doc and I should start a new religion. He should take over hell, and I can be the evil pope. That should happen. It'd be like this next song, a mystery wrapped in an enigma. like Doc has. Okay, okay, I'm a good spot here. Where are we at? Okay, well, we got quite a bit left. This is a longer, one of my longer albums. Doc has a question. I have a question, an important one that the others will need to know. Given that God is infinite and the universe is also infinite, would you like a toasted tea cake? It's a fine question, and it's one that every individual has to answer for themselves. You know, I would like to say that if Doc and I were to form our own religion, that Lister could be the God we worship, but there's also already a religion based around Lister, so we'd have to do our own thing. Besides, I mean, Lister's kind of a good guy. I think that if Doc and I had our own religion and he was Satan and I was the evil Pope, we just want to stop there. There wouldn't need to be a good side of that one. There's no light side to our religion. It's just evil. Let's just be evil. Let's be mean to people for fun. Because, you know, that's how I am. Such a mean guy. Okay, where am I at here? I have no idea what's going on this album. That's not knowing what's going on is kind of my normal state of being. But I think that I've got everything set up wrong. No, I'm where I need to be. Okay. I thought we were going to be slowing down, and we're not going to be slowing down. You don't have the right size socket to adjust your ham sandwich. That's it's a common complaint. And so you'll just have to eat your ham sandwich as is. I actually don't think that's a Red Dwarf reference, but I feel like it should be. All right. So I thought we were slowing down. We apparently are not slowing down on this song. Like I said, these older albums are just weird the way I interpret them. So I have no idea what's going on. I know we're in B minor. That's all I know. That's all I know about this song right now. Let's see what happens. This is called The Last Key. Darn it. Okay. Something... Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, this album... I'm getting some stuff wrong on this. Okay. It's just that small stopping area that I've got. All right, thanks for the compliment there, Doc, and thanks for the tip, Spencer. Not sure if that's a Mr. or a Mrs. Monterback, but yeah, that did take me a moment to figure out. Actually, I hadn't noticed it until I saw your comment pop up, and that one took about half the song. Had to kind of work through it backward. That's a good one. That is good. I'm not sure if you're clapping because of the song or because I actually figured something out. So this next song, we're going to slow it down. This is probably the slowest one on the album, and this is as close as we're going to get to G sharp minor. We're going to do some C sharp minor. We're going to do some C sharp minor action on this one. Nice light song. This is called Standing Next to Yourself. Yeah, I do need to do some more saxophone stuff. It's really, I haven't really admitted this publicly yet, but that's really the only holdup on the next album is the saxophone stuff. I'm still working on. I'm actually really like I've basically taken all of the production stuff that I'm working on with the new album, all the new stuff I've learned. That's all in place on this particular performance, and I gotta say, I'm really one of the things I was really struggling with was getting the lead guitar to sound the way I wanted it to, and this is. I'm kind of liking the way the lead guitars are sounding at this point, so that's coming along. But yeah, that saxophone, we'll see what happens. There's a part of me that wants to just not do the saxophone piece on the next album, but I know that I would be disappointing a few people, particularly Glenn. I think might hunt me down and punch me in the chest if I do that. And no one wants to be punched in the chest by Glenn, so we'll see. We'll see where things are at. I don't know. Time will tell. The thing, I love the saxophone. It's just so freaking loud. It's like, it's not usually a bad thing for me to make noise in the house. Like, I'm playing fairly loud right now, but I like to practice quietly. I'm like the quietest heavy metal guy you'll ever meet. And it's kind of the way it is. So we're moving into our last song of the afternoon, and of course I will be back at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time tonight, playing the same album, wearing a different purple shirt, and doing different improvisational guitar solos because that's what I do. And the rest of it will pretty much be the same because it's all programmed that way. But I'm going to do a little fingerstyle on just the beginning of this. And this is a nice upbeat piece. Kind of does some fingerstyle clean tone stuff at the beginning. It's got a little clean tone solo in the middle and a lot of my distorted normal craziness. The thing about this, people talk about soulmates an awful lot. Can I do the Itsy Bitsy Spider? I can. Let me actually get to, yeah. I might be able to do Itsy Bitsy Spiders. I haven't played that since Glenn asked me to. I'm going to switch my positions here because I want this to actually have something else going on. Music. All right, let's do a little of this. So we all know about soulmates, but this song is for the soul enemies. right, Metal Diva, glad you can make it just for the last few minutes there. Always nice to see you. Thanks very much for showing up. And yeah, unfortunately, that was the last song. This was a fun little set tonight. Tonight, this morning, wherever you happen to be, people of the world. Thank you very much for coming. I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. This has been a show. We are on the internet. I think I've got everything covered. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for smelling. Whatever it is you're doing, do it well. Much appreciated. And Metal Diva, even though it was short, I do appreciate the host. Everyone who came in today, thank you very much for everything. Thank you very much for the tips. This has been a very good show that way. Greatly appreciated. I don't think I've got any new follows, but if I missed any, thank you for those as well. And I will be back in, what looks like about 6.5 hours, 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, and I hope to see you there. Until then, I'm going to eat pizza, I'm going to run, and I'm probably going to practice some more guitar, and then